Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Canto 3, chapter 33, the last chapter of the third canto, and verse number 21. Vanam pravarjate padya apatti viraha dura yatva tatavi abunnaste vatse gauriva vatsala vanam pravarjate bhaktya apatya viraha dura Nyatva tatavabi abhinnaste vatse gauriva vatsalam. Vanam, to the forest. Pravarjide padyo, when her husband left home, apatya viraha, by separation from her son, atura, very sorry, nyatva tatva, knowing the truth, api, although, abhut, she became, naste vaste, when her calf is lost, gau, a cow, iva, like, vatsala, affectionate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Devaguti's husband had already left home and accepted the renounced order of life. And then her only son, Kapila, left home. Although she knew all the truths of life and death, and although her heart was cleansed of all dirt, she was very aggrieved at the loss of her son, just as a cow is affected when her calf dies. Purport: a woman whose husband is away from home or has taken the renounced order of life should not be very sorry, because she still has the presence of her husband's representative, her son. It is said in the Vedic scriptures, Atmaiva Putro Jayate, the husband's body is represented by the son. Strictly speaking, a woman is never widowed if she has a grown son. Devahuti was not very much affected while Kapila Muni was there. But upon his departure, she was very afflicted. She grieved not because her worldly relationship with Kardama Muni, but because of her sincere love for the personality of Godhead. The example given here is that Devahuti, just like cow who has lost her calf, a cow bereft of her calf cries a day and night. Similarly, Devahuti was aggrieved, and she always cried and requested her friends and relatives, please bring my son home so that I may live. Otherwise, I shall die. This intense affection for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although manifested as an affection for own son, is spiritually beneficial. Attachment for a material son obliges one to remain in material existence, but the same attachment, when transferred to the Supreme Lord, brings one elevation to the spiritual world in the association of the Lord. Every woman can qualify herself as much as Devahuti, and then can also have the Supreme Godhead as her son. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead can appear as the son of Devahuti, he can also appear as the son of any other mother, any other woman, provided that woman is qualified. If one gets Supreme Lord as a son, one can have benefit of bringing up the nice son of this world, and at the same time get promotion to the spiritual world to become a face-to-face associate of the personality of God. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Tinagaya Sakshurinmalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamatyam Tadadi Swapadandigam Vandegam Shri Gurun Jiyuda Padagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamtya Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagadana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadodam Pare Janasagidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sakagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidam Chan He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rushabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sandhubhe vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaurav Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Here, Mother Devagudi.
Can you remove this, Prabhu? Can you remove this one?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So here, Mother Devagudi's situation is such that her husband is already left and now the son also left. So she is grieving. She is demonstrating as the motherly affection for her son. She was not lamenting this much when her husband left her, because technically in Vedic scriptures it says Atmaiva Putra Jayade. When a husband is leaving her son, his son with a mother, then she is already is given the representative of the husband. So Mother Devagudi was not very much affected while Kapila Muni was there, even though her husband was not there. But upon his departure, she was very afflicted. She grieved not because of her worldly relationship with Kadama Muni, because of her sincere love for the personality of Godhead. Think about it, what a fortunate soul Devagudi is. Because Devagudi is the daughter of Swayambhu Manu. So, in that sense, granddaughter of Brahma, Lord Brahma himself. And then she married to one of the finest soul in the universe, Kardama Muni. So, in every aspect, she was so austere, and she made her qualified to get the Supreme Personality of Godhead as her son. But now the Lord has ended the pastime with Devagudi and he left. So now she's grieving. And here the example is given of a cow who lost a calf, or the calf is dead, so the mother cow is dying day and night. Prabhupada is giving the example given here is that Devagudi became just like a cow who had lost a calf. A cow bereft of the calf cries day and night. Similarly, Devagudi was aggrieved. And she always cried and requested her friends and relatives, please bring my son home so that I will live. Otherwise, I shall die. This intense affection for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although manifested as the affection for one's son, is spiritually beneficial. Attachment for the material son is obligations. This is what yesterday we discussed. A feeling separation from material relationships and that will end up in bondage and have to take birth again and again. In turn, feeling separation from the Supreme Lord will be an act of liberation and will attain Supreme Lord. This is what Navakishore Prabhu was explaining so beautifully. Another aspect here Prabhupada is giving in this purport is every woman can seek Lord Supreme Lord to get him as her son, provided they should qualify themselves with all their deeds. That's what Prabhupada is saying. So it is not that she is a very celestial lady, so she got. Prabhupada says he can, if he can, the son of mother of Devhuti, he can also appear as the son of any other woman, provided that woman is qualified. If one gets a Supreme Lord as son, one can promotion to the spiritual world to become face-to-face associate of the personality of God. So, having Kapil Dev as the son, she already attained the qualification. So then after this, ending this pastime as the material body, she will go and serve in the Vatsalya Baba face-to-face in the spiritual world. This is what explained here. Now, in nutshell, one has to perfect their life in the given material body. And we should be very, very careful in all our deed. So Prabhupada is explaining very clearly in this one how a mother will be grieving when the Supreme Lord is leaving her, and also how she has already perfected her life. And the third point is anybody can be qualified by doing certain process, the Bhakti Yoga in the Shuddha Bhakta stage, raising one up from the all modes of material nature, and only in the Shuddha Sattva stage, all our actions will become akarma, so that no bondages anymore. And then in that sense, leaving this upon this body, then no one has to come back. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 5th chapter, 4th verse, it says, Nunam pramatta kurate vikarma, yat indriya pritya aprodi, nas sadhu manye yat atmano yam, asan api klesha asa deha. So, when a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad after materialistic living and engages in all kinds of sinful activity. This is a curse. We always, from the life after life, in material world, every living entity hankering for this. As the soul is always hankering in its pure state. Excuse me, I'll get. So, life after life, the soul in its pure state, it identifies its mistake, and then it anchors intensely to go back home, back to Godhead. When that happens in one's life, anybody can say?
What do you ask?
No, I asked, the soul intensely desires to go back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime only. In every lifetime, in every body, the soul anchors for this one. When that happens?
When it
The
understands that it is
when
not
the-
a body, it is soul. When you know that I'm a soul, the self-realization come at that point, it wants to go back at that
No, that
point.
only realizes soul thinks like that. But every single living entity realizes that.
At the time of death.
No. At the time of death
Time
also,
of pain.
At
the time of pain,
Sorry, Prabhu, your voice.
when he is in trouble, when he is in pain, when he is
Even
facing
then,
problem.
we anchor for so many other protection. We go for our this thing. Only
Pure devotional
when,
service at the time.
sorry,
When you're
Prabhu.
doing when you're doing full Anya Abhilasha, when you're pure devotional service, you're doing
Oh,
at that point.
that is for the pure devotee. I'm saying every single living entity, one point understands that I made a mistake. I will go in this lifetime only, go back home, back to Godhead.
Oh, at the time of birth.
Before birth.
Yeah,
Before
before
birth.
birth.
In the womb, identifies.
Womb.
In the womb, in the mother's womb, identifies, because that is the pure state. That state, he understands that I made a
Oh,
big
third
mistake.
canto, 32nd chapter, the first beginning
Yes,
itself is coming.
exactly. So, and then when he comes out, forgot, completely in the Maya. This happens life after life after life. Okay, this has become the and because of karma we take birth, and in this body we do new karma and the new desires, and then we decide our or we design our next body. We design our next body. This is happening for life after life. So in this verse he says he does not know that due to his past misdeed he has already received a body which, although temporary, is the cause of his misery. That we don't know. Still we are thinking that we are getting happiness. Like Prabhupada always used to give example, in the desert, camel will go and eat cactus, and the cactus will have a lot of thorn, and the thorn will prick its tongue, and the blood will bleed, and it will drink that own blood, and you will say this blood
Tasty.
is tasty. It's very salty, very tasty. It doesn't know that this is what happening. So actually, the living entities should not have taken the material body, but has taken awarded the material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it is not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification, by which he perpetually gets material body one after other. This is the translation of the 5th chapter 554. So all our problem is taking the body. This one Maharaj, I forget his name. He used to say that whenever we wake up in the morning, if we go in front of mirror, and when we open our eyes, if we see our body, we have to remind ourselves, I made a big mistake. I should have not taken this body. We have to remind ourselves every day. So we have to surrender.
Then you will start hating that I should never take birth. If you see the mirror every day, your face, I got this, I should not get, I should have done, made a mistake. No, I should not get another body. Like that, you have to pray to Krishna.
Yeah. So if we sincerely think and think like that, and all our actions will be a remedial action on that particular day. That means I have to finish my round. I have to do all this one. So then all the devotional practice will work on. Okay. So for that, one thing we have to give is, we have to have faith in the system or the philosophy or what the Lord says, the message of the Lord. We have to give one after other, all the verses given pointing towards that one point, which the Lord, we are the children of that Supreme Lord. We forgot that. We simply think that we forgot that I am the child of that Supreme Emperor who holds the entire cosmic creation. And we proudly declare ourselves, I am the beggar. And we, no, I have to take care of myself. No one is there. And so we have to remind ourselves again and again through the scriptures that if we follow that principle, if we do that single process which reminds or which reclaims our original position of the son of that Supreme Lord, then all our problems will solve. So the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas, they also follow so many scriptures, And Ramanujacharya gives 3 verses from 3 different scriptures as the Charama Slokas. Charama Slokas means the essence or Uttama Slokas that will give the clear understanding, which will give us the Prapatti or Sharanagadi. The Sharanagadi only will take us to there. As we all know that, what is the tenet of Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita, if you say, what is the tenet of Bhagavad Gita? After giving all the... Yes, we all know that. That is the essence of... So here what he is saying, Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Mam Egam Saranam Raja. Akam Tuam Sarva Papyubhya Mokshayashami Masujaga. Masujaga, don't worry. Here Mother Devhuti knows that. But still she has to show that motherly affection. So what is the Param Dharma here in this verse? He is saying Param Dharma is abandoning all other dharma. We call it so many dharmas. Our Param Dharma is abandoning all other dharma. Similarly, in Ramayana, there is an amazing verse. Sakrit eva prapannaya tavasmi cha yachade abhayam sarva bodebhyo dadamyed vradam mama. That is my vradam.
I'm yours. I'm yours. Yes. Accept me. I'm yours.
Yeah. Sakrit eva prapannaya tavasmi. Whoever comes, okay. Come. If it, I will explain that with that scene. What happened? This Sri Ramachandran Bhagwan, he gives this verse when Vibhishna came from Lanka and he is showing his willingness to join the Lord Ramachandra's party. So Sakrita Eva Prapannaya, to all those is saying that seek my shelter and plead my mercy. I say, I am yours. I shall certainly offer my protection to all of them. This is my vow. So here also, like he is saying, this is my vow means, similarly, Lord Krishna says, Ma Sujaga, exactly same. So only thing what we have to do is we have to surrender. What is surrender means? Simply following the instructions of what the Lord gives. Even in that here Bharata in the Ramayana, Bharatan also what he said, he completely took his shelter. Even his, I cannot rule the kingdom, but your Paduka can do it. He took that. Similarly, in Varaha Purana also, Siddhamanasi Suswaste Sharire. What does it say? Lord Varaha addresses Mother here. This when she was grieving, Bhumi, whoever expresses for the well-being of Mother Bhumi, Mother Earth, she's going for the well-being of all other living entity. So here Varahadev says, if anyone thinks of me, when the mind is sound, not in an insane situation, it should be perfect situation. Sthide manasi, when the mind is in perfect condition, one has to think about it. And he's saying, body in good health, suswade sharire. When the body should be in a good condition, that time one has to think about the Supreme. Not that, oh my God, I'm hooked. This life is completely nasty. Now I'm going to take shelter. Even then we will get benefit. But he's saying, Varahadev is putting conditions. When mind is in good condition, the Sharira is in good condition, and with all mental and physical faculties working perfectly and intact. Dhatu samaye sthide. All that are working perfectly, that time if one surrenders unto me, then thinks that I am indeed the very cause of this universe, if he thinks that this Lord is the Supreme Lord, then I assure you, Varahadev assures Mother Earth that I will remember this devotee of mine when she is in her deathbed, lying helplessly, like a stone or a log of wood, and personally take her to the supreme abode. So, what is the condition? When our mind is intact, our body is intact, and all our faculties in perfectly working, that time, if we remember the Lord, then when we are in the deathbed as a dead body or dead wood of log, then I will remember that devotee to take him go back. That's his Varahadev's guarantee.
I think Kulashekar Alvar has the same prayer he has made. That I am
that
now
is
in good.
Kapavada Pitta.
Kapavada Pitta.
That what he is saying, Kulashekar Alvar, what he is saying, that in the deathbed, I will be Kapa Pitta Vada will come and choke my throat. I cannot chant your name. Now I am
so
healthy.
please,
I am chanting now. Now only take me in this condition. You don't
so the same type of prayer is there also almost the same. When he's in good condition, he's praying.
Yeah, that is a devotee praying, but here the Lord giving guarantee. This is the difference. These are all three. One is Lord Krishna, one is Lord Ramachandra, third one is Lord Varaha. All three giving the same guarantee that if you remember Sarvadharman Parityaja, like Tavasmi, all of that like that. Here in this situation, if you see, the surrender is very much in the Lord Ramachandra's case, everyone was suspecting. Everyone around Angada, Sugriva, everyone was saying that this is this is a spy from Ravana. We should not take him. But he yes, Prabhu?
Actually, when Vibhishana came, first he came at the time Ramachandra told that I will have to check with my people. So first he asked Sugriva, should I give him protection? No. Kill him now, he told. You kill him now. Then he asked Angada. No, don't kill now. 1 month we'll wait what he's doing. Then he called Jambavan. He said, give him 24 hours time. Then he called Hanuman. He told him, take him now.
Yeah.
Just take him.
Because
he said, why do you tell? Yeah, because he has seen him when he went to Ayodhya, he was looking for Sita Devi, he was not knowing where is the place. So he was Ram, he was chanting. And he could hear from the house, Rama, 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 Rama. So he went to the room and opened. Vibhishana, he said, I will tell you the whole thing. He took him to the Sita Vatika, wherever and all he showed. And so he said, I have seen him. He is a super devotee. And the next day, Ravana gets the news and he's telling, you are my Kulanasaka. You are praying to Rama every day. No, brother, I am not telling Rama. Then what Rama every year written?
Ravana and
Ra
Mandodari.
for Ravana and Mapa Mandodari, short form. Oh, my dear brother, he's telling, put in every place of Lanka, Rama, Rama, Rama. So, see, the devotee is helping him to, his name was put everywhere Rama, Rama. So everybody says Rama Japa. Thank you.
Yeah. So here the Lord says that those who are surrendered, I cannot leave them. But more than the Lord, merciful are the gurus. You know, one time what happened? Ramanujacharya was giving this very pastime, and all his disciples were sitting under the tree. Everyone was sitting and listening to this one, and discussion was going on whether we can take Vibhishana or not. As you said, each one giving it their own ideas. Sugriva, Angada, Hanuman, all were giving ideas. One devotee got up and started cleaning his back. He started walking. He's in the middle of the class. He started going. Then, hey, class not finished. Guru Maharaj is sitting. Where are you going? No, I don't think this process will work. I have to go. Then Ramanujacharya asked, this Dasarathi, why are you going? See, this Vibhishana, the whole life he dedicated for Rama Bhakti. He fought with his brother. He left his kingdom. He left his family. He left his all subjects. He left all his belongings. He took such a risk to come to get surrendered to the Supreme Lord, and then this big discussion is going on. Who I am now? I'm stupid. I'm nothing. I have not at all surrendered now. I'm in the process of surrendering. Then what is my hope? If Vibhishana's case is this means, what is my hope? Vibhishana completely is surrendered. And then big discussion is going on among the devotees whether to take him or not. I'm in a hopeless situation, so I have to find some other process. This process will not work. And Ramanujacharya said, sit down, I will tell you. That is Supreme Lord. He can take all this, he can speak all that. I am your Guru. I am telling, even the Supreme Lord is not having an idea to take you. I give you a guarantee, I will take you all. Like Prabhupada said, even if a devotee is not qualified, I will open the back door to take you in. Prabhupada said, I will get the key of the back door and I'll take you inside if you are not qualified. So the more than the Lord are the merciful are the devotee. And then in this situation, I have to show the dharma. The Lord Ramachandra tells a beautiful story at this point. I hope you all know the Shibi Chakravarti's story. Yeah. Okay. Vivek Prabhu did not hear that one. I'll tell you. Lord Ramachandra gives this beautiful story. When Shibi Chakravarti is known for his dharma, he is keeping his dharma and his dana, giving charity. He is completely selfless king. He was following beautifully. The dharma was going very perfectly. At that time, what happened? One day when he was sitting, when we were sitting, a pigeon, Kapodagam came and sat, and he said that, please give me shelter, please give me shelter. And he said, what happened to you? No, a Grudra means the vulture. Vultures is chasing me to kill me and eat. So please give me shelter, like that. And he was saying, okay, no problem, I will take care. I will care, he will not come. Within few minutes, chasing this pigeon, the vulture arrived. Vulture said, what are you doing? He asked Vulture. Vulture said, why are you holding my food? It is my dharma to kill this pigeon to eat. Why are you holding it? No, whoever come and took shelter of me, it is my duty to take care about them. So I am also coming to you. You are doing injustice to me, because this is also part of my dharma to have this. This is my food. How can you hold on my food? And he looked it in the dharma's perspective, both are correct only. So what you do? Then he compromised and said, to the weight of the pigeon, I will give my meat. You only tell me Prayachita, and no, actually the king says, you only give Prayachita. And the vulture says, from your right thigh muscle, you take the muscle of the same weight of the pigeon, I will go. I will happily take. Then okay, he said, okay, I will immediately. He took the sword and took a big piece of meat and put it in the weighing machine. And the weighing machine other side, the pigeon was sitting. The pigeon's weight was more. And he said, okay, I will chop off the left also. I will chop off the hand also. He put everything onto the weighing scale. Still the pigeon weight is. Finally, he himself sat on the. Finally, he himself sat on the weighing machine so that the pigeon weight become equal. He said, "I'm completely. You can eat me completely, because I am. I have to obey. I have to give my words." Then, seeing the quality of dharma, then this pigeon and the vulture showed their original form. It was the Kabodagam pigeon was Agni Dev, and the Devendra is the one who came as the vulture. Then they both and said, really, we submit to your the act of dharma. So this Lord Ramachandra is explaining to all others, so that I will take him to our this one, because I am one who have to say that Tavasmi, whoever comes and takes, and I am yours. It is not that you need me more than that you need me. I am yours now. You can take it. That's what Ramchandra says. That surrender is the most thing. So what we have to do is, as one time, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur was in the ashram, and he got ready and came to take darshan of the Lord. And he was rushing to the deity hall, and he started taking darshan. And one of his disciples found he forgot to take his spectacle, because without spectacle he cannot see properly. So he ran and Guru Maharaj, this spectacle, you take darshan with the spectacle so that you can take nice darshan. He smiled and took it and put it on and looked it and came back and asked this disciple, what do you think? With this spectacle, like, do you think that I am going to take complete proper darshan? The point I am coming here for the Lordship to take me, to see me, so that he will give mercy. Not that I am going to with the spectacle, without spectacle doesn't make any difference at all. I'm coming here is to see me. I'm here. I am surrendered. That like that. So all our actions should be in such a way that we should not. Prabhupada always say that we should not think that I want to see the Lord, I want to see the Lord. No, our action should be in such a way that Lord should have developed desire to come and see us. Here in when Narada Muni in 4th canto 31st chapter 19th sloka is giving a wonderful verse. Narada to Prachetas is giving Dayaya sarva bhudeshu sandushtya yena kenava sarvendro Shantya cha tushyanti asu janardana. Here, if we develop three things, Narada saying, Prachetas, if you do three things, and Lord Janardana will develop Santushtya, and he will be happy to see us. Lord, the Supreme Lord will be very happy to see us. What? First thing is, by showing the mercy to all living entities. We have to see all living entity as our sibling, like not only at our own siblings, not only other living entities, even a cockroach or anything. If we see, these are all the children of the Supreme Lord. I have to show that mercy to all living entities. And the second one, we have to contempt. The second one is Santushtya Yana Kanava. One or some or other, we have to be satisfied with whatever we are getting. We have to be very happy and live like that. Santushtya Yana Kanava. And third one is saying that restricting the senses from the sense enjoyment. If we do these three, Narada Muni is saying that one can very easily, quickly satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Janardana. So all our aim should be in this class after class after class, we speak about this one only. So Krishna consciousness is the solution for everything. When Srila Prabhupada first met the very famous conversation with Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, Prabhupada was at that time, he was a Gandhian. He was going to, he went in a Khadar. So that itself a statement. One has no need to say that he is a Gandhian. He went in a Khadar. The moment he saw the Khadar, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, Prabhupada understood he is a Gandhian. And he said he was giving lecture about the Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada immediately after the class said, this Krishna conscious business all will work only after we get freedom. Now we have to work for the freedom from the Britishers. And he said, he told everything, any living condition can wait, not Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the prime reason. The best rising above all problems prevailing in the world. Krishna consciousness does not depend on any conditions prevailing in the world today. He said, Krishna consciousness is not dependent on whether you get freedom, not getting freedom. You don't know what will happen in the future. In the past, there were no Britishers, but still people were suffering. You have to understand this one. Then he understood. So Krishna consciousness is relevant for all people, for all times, for all circumstances. So he said, in fact, this is only one thing requires for the world peace. If we all think about that, little while ago when Ukraine and Russia were in a cordial, so the devotees were, even in Mayapur, we can see so many couples. One is Ukrainian, one is Russian. They laugh at what is happening there, because they themselves identified as the children of the Lord. So the whole world, if you think that we're all the children of the God, no more this color, creed, the borders, nothing is required. The whole expenditure is, the maximum of expenditure goes on weaponizing that country for the protection. That is not required at all. So if Prabhupada, if wish comes true that the whole world is one family, this is what will happen. But one has to be very, very Krishna conscious. That is the solution for everything. I have two, three stories. I thought today I will share, but time is running up. Anyway, I will try to start one. There was a king. He didn't have a children. So the king, what he thought, somehow or other, I have to get a children so that the dynasty will go. So he went and approached all doctors on those days. All they said, you have very little chance of that. And he is trying all options. One guru said that if you give a narabali of a young boy, then you will get a child. Okay, if this is a solution, he declared, he's a king. He can bring anyone and kill that for the narabali. But he is a wise king. So what he said, he declared, if anyone willingly coming, the parents should bring a boy. And that case, I will give a lot of gift charity to that family for giving that son, and then I will do this narabali, and then I will get a son, like that. So the whole world, even the very poorest of poor people, they didn't like to give their child. So selling our child, killing, what we are going to get, that we don't want. Everybody denied. And finally, one family, one parents, they got three sons. The elder one was doing mercantile business, lot of business, and he was having a lot of income. So he was one of the one taking care about the family. The second one was a good agriculturalist. So he was looking at all their farms and cows. So he was also good. The third one, according to their perspective, is a useless boy. He always going around the Vishnu Bhaktas and chanting the holy name. And when we come back, sometimes he eat at home. Otherwise, sometimes most of the time he will eat at the temples and in that satsang, and he will come and sleep. Everybody seeing him as a useless, no use, simply a burden for the family. Then they decided to give this boy so that we'll get charity also. If he is here, he is only a burden. So they informed him. He said, I'm completely depending upon my Lord. If you keep me here, if you kick me out, if somebody is killing, doesn't make any difference to me. Whatever you want, you can do. like Jada Bharat. So they took him to the palace and said, I am here. We are happily giving my son. And then king asked, is it so? Your parents are giving land. If they say it must be correct, you can do whatever you want. So then the day come, all the public were there, the ministers were there. He was given full bath, and Narabali, the pujaris came. They were about to kill him. King thought, somewhere I'm doing a small mistake. Let me at least ask him, what is your last wish, so that I can fulfill that before killing him. This, what is your last wish? So before you die, I will fulfill that. Okay, since you asked that, can you make 4 small sand dunes here in this palace? What? Small sand dunes. Okay, the small sand in the sandbags were brought, and he made small 4 sand dune. And then what are you going to do? And he said, okay. He started kicking the sand dunes one up the other, so it spreads everywhere. And he come to the 4th one, and he paid obeisances and prayed to the 4th sand dune. And he said, I'm ready. You can kill me. And king asked, okay, you asked your desire, you did that one. Now you did some action, you kicked 3 sand dunes, and the 4th one, you didn't do anything. What is your idea? What you are doing? What you are trying to say about this one? Okay, since you asked this, I will tell you. The first 2 sand dune represent my parents. They are supposed to give protection to me. They didn't this one. So they are nothing to me now. So they no more exist. They missed doing their dharma. So they cannot exist. The second one is the society. Society has an responsibility of looking after the subjects. If some injustice happening, someone from the society should have objected this one. So I don't believe in this society also. So I kicked out. So the third one, sorry to say this, king, the third one is the kingdom, and you should do the justice, but you became the instrument for this injustice. So I don't believe in your justice also. So I kicked them. Okay, all that are what you said is correct. Then why you pray to the 4th one? The 4th one is my Supreme Lord. He is always eagerly waiting for me. So I pray to him. There is a chance for me to come and meet you face to face. So I'm very happy. So I'm prayed to that. Seeing this boy's justice, and this one, he came, he ran from his throne and hugged him, and he said, I was about to do a grave sin. Now my only requirement was to have a son to have the dynasty. So why can't you be my son? So you please be my son and run this country. You are such a wise man. So the so-called, in the material perspective, one was so dumb and useless, become the prince of that country. So all our faith on the Supreme Lord, here it is not a point that whether he agreed and did this one, because he don't have to kill himself voluntarily. The Lord will is that you become the king and make the whole subjects the devotees. That must be the Lord's play on this episode. So this story gives that. And this is actually belief of a story, whether it happened or no, we don't know. But something.
This is also like Jadabar. This is also like Jadabar. Only it has happened.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what in the beginning only it said. It is like a Jadabarad only. In another, this is a old one, but something happened. This is a real one. You know, all this Indian military is working on a very high altitude snow mountains to protect from India from the Chinese and Pakistan borders, like a Siachen Glacier and all that. One time, one team of 15 soldiers, they, in a very adverse weather, they came to they came out from their last railway station, from the last where the truck goes, and they have to trek. They have to trek for long distance to reach their camp. While walking in the snow, they lost. They were so tired. They have to reach the camp to get some food or some refreshment. They were looking for some home. There, no, nothing was there. Finally, they saw a small hut, and it is written as a tea stall. Oh my God! Okay, there is in this midst of this snow mountain, something is there. Let us go. Then when they reached there, they saw it is locked. Nothing. No one is there. It is locked. So what? The captain was there. The major was there, and the soldiers were there. What to do? So major, we will break the lock and we'll go. Something will be there to eat. Let us eat. Okay, now there is no other option. They, with their boot, they broke the lock and they entered. There were enough food for them. They ate as much they want. They made tea, coffee to make them hot. And finally, before leaving, they kept so much money, thousands of money there in the cash box, and they left. And they changed the lock also. There were another lock inside. They changed the lock also, and they left. And they were in their camp and all doing that. After 3 months, the same team, because if you know about the military, in such adverse weather, they will not stay for years. They will 3 months, and some places even 1 month. Siachen glacier are 1 month only. So then they will keep changing the people, because the snowbite will happen if we are in the snow for long time. So after 3 months, this team going back, and they came to this shop, and the shop was working very nicely. And the manager asked, "Why are you having this shop in such an adverse place? No, some people, if you are coming, you will get business or like that." No, whatever be the situation, my Lord helps me, and He gives me whatever I need. So why should I go anchor for so much? And he said, "You know what happened? 3 months before, one day, me and my son were here. 2 Pakistan terrorists came here. They ate whatever they want, and finally they were talking something, and they doubted that my son is an informer. So they beat him like anything. I was pleading, please leave him. He is not that kind of person. Still, they beat him like that, and he left. So I took him, locked the door, and I took him on my own shoulder to the hospital, and put him there, and started giving treatment. The doctor gave so much medicines. I didn't have money at all. So I was very sad. So I came to shop to see is there small money, or is there anything I can sell it out so that I can buy money. Then I saw thousands of money in my cash box. So I thought, my Lord is how merciful. In the lock is changed. The Lord came mercifully, put that money so that I can treat my son. So by the time the soldiers start about to say that this is not Lord, we only like put like that, then the major said, "Please keep quiet. If he's having the faith that the Lord has given, that we are the instrument of the Lord to bring the money. So let his faith be like that. Otherwise, why should we come there? In our normal action, we will never break our shop and go and do this one. So this is we were only an instrument to do that one. So this kind of things happens in. We should have faith that the Lord is our protector in all circumstances. Hare Krishna. Bhagavatam ki Jai.
So we were telling very nicely about the Ramayana. One point I want to just add on the Ramayana. Yes, actually, when Vibhishana comes, Hanuman will tell you, take Vibhishan, and you will tell Vibhishan that I'll give you Lanka. You are going to be the king.
Yeah.
Then Rama is telling, even if Ravana comes now, I'll give. So Hanuman said, what you will give? I'll give him Ayodhya.
Yeah.
Ayodhya already, then Sugriva was given to Bharata. Then I'll give him Vaikunta in Saket Dham. Then where you will stay? I have no worry. I got a good place, good temple inside Hanuman's heart. I'll go and stay there.
Yeah.
There the Lord is so happy, devotee's heart. Mama mana mandire raho nishidin Krishna Murari. See, Krishna Murari. Everybody should make the temple in the heart for the Krishna will come and stay. Nice, fantastic. You covered so many points, so many stories and current topics, Prabhupada. Then you told about the country's freedom also. So you really collectified. To call notes.
Hare Krishna.
Any questions? V.S. Narayan Prabhu, Saroj Mata, Seema Gupta Mata, the intelligent lady. Always she comes. Even from India, she is coming. Wherever she goes, she will come.
No questions, Prabhu. Wonderful stories actually.
Elaborate.
No.
Vivek went off. Vivek was there. He went off, I think.
Yeah, he was very eagerly listening to the classes and stories.
Hare Krishna Babu, I have a question.
Oh, sorry, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
So
Yeah.
you said that Devhuti Mata, yes, she was fortunate that she was granddaughter of Brahma. She got a very good husband in form of Kardamuni, and finally Kapil Dev as her son. And you said that she has to prepare herself to get that son, right? You said something like that. That Devhuti Mata has prepared herself to get a son like Kapil Dev. Right? So my question is that like by serving, by being a daughter of such a pious person, and then by serving a pure devotee of the Lord, she was already entitled to have. And before that itself, Lord has already told Kardamuni that he is going to appear as his son. Right. So the question arises that why this point comes that she has to prepare herself for Lord to born from her womb.
Why did she ask for that?
Yeah, why she has to prepare herself to give birth to a son like Kapil Dev?
No, she was already a devotee of the Lord, and
Exactly.
Kardamuni also. So they prayed to the Lord. They want a child like you, and said, "There is no child like me, so I will only come myself." So it is their desire to have.
Devhuti Mata never prayed, right, Prabhu?
Eh?
Devhuti Mata never prayed that. It was Kardamuni.
Kardamuni, yeah.
Yeah, it was Kardamuni who prayed. And then
Yes,
the point comes that she has to prepare herself to become a mother of the Lord. So from where that question of preparation is coming? That is what my question is.
No, preparation in the sense Supreme Lord is coming means it is a matter of the pride, and though she's already pure, Prabhu.
Qualified.
Yeah, already qualified. Otherwise, this will never happen. But still, preparing means, you see here, why Balram appeared as the seventh child in the Devudi, and why she, mother Vasudev Devaki, because to prepare for Krishna's appearance. Right. Like that, here mother, she has to prepare in the sense mentally, physically. These are all only Lord's plan, Prabhu.
So can we say like the way she was serving Kardamuni that was the
Yeah.
duration when all the humility and all the properties which of a pure devotee should be appeared in her. Is that the scenario?
And she was also a disciple of Narada Muni. Narada Muni advised before she came to meet Makardama Muni, he told that he has met directly eye to eye. So you serve him because he has seen God.
Oh, very
And
good.
she
Yeah,
and she
uncle.
served also.
Nardamani is uncle only.
What you said is correct, Prabhu. Actually, she served also Kardamani very nicely.
So that becomes a prime reason of why she got Lord Kapila as her son, right?
Yeah. And Prabhu, being Kardamuni had a desire to get Supreme Lord as the son, and she is Ardhangini, so she has to fulfill her husband's desire. No, Prabhu.
Okay. Oh, okay. That is true. That was her service towards her husband became the prime reason of why she was able to get a son like Lord Kapila.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, I think
Oh, you were here, Prabhu? I did not see. You are muted.
I had gone to Saudi. I just came 2 minutes before.
Oh, okay.
I thought let me just at least join you for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for your.
Hare no, so that I get some, some love from you all. Now, I think the Devoti Mataji had desire to have, when Kardamuni said that he wants to go, he wants to go in the forest, Then she said, what about who will take care of me? She wanted a son. She wants, and that is how my understanding is. Then Lord Kapila has appeared. She also had a desire. This is what I felt.
Prabhu, Sugar Prabhu, you are muted.
Lord Krishna has already told when he came to meet Kardamamuni that I will come as your son. And he has already told, but only the first 9 daughters were born. And then he told, now it will be the son only, the 10th one. When he was going in the flight everywhere, he has mentioned that now the son, God will come as son. So she knew that.
Haribol.
But she's a wonderful wife. She served for so many years, just keeping quiet because Narada Muni has told, and the father, mother has told. The Kardam, that is, Swayambhu, Manu, and Satarupa. No, what's her name, Prabhu? That wife's name? Shatarupa.
Shatarupa. Yes. Yeah, Manu and Shatarupa.
So very well brought up. And she was so beautiful that when she was playing in the terrace in the ball, so when Gandharva came and became unconscious and fell down. So beautiful she was.
Yeah.
But one point in this verse, you were telling, that normally when the sun goes, they will have detachment. But in this case, it is the Supreme Lord. So attachment to Supreme Lord is not attachment. It is the real attachment.
Yeah, that's correct.
We should have detachment with son and husband. But here it is Supreme Lord. So she is right that she should have attachment. She cried, it was right.
Yeah,
that's what in the purport also Prabhupada mentions. The material attachment is a bondage and the spirit attachment to the Supreme Lord is the liberation.
But he is the attachment to the Supreme Lord, not son, like the Supreme Lord. Yeah.
Haribol. Yes.
Correct.
But in spite of having such a wonderful house and all, she was not proud at that point also. She was not attached to the house.
The Sattva, no? Completely renounced.
Any other Ratnakar Prabhu is there? Saroj Mata. Saroj Mata ji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Prabhu, thank you. Hare Bol.
Ratnakar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Dandavat pranam, Hari Bol.
Dandavat pranam, Mataji. Mataji Vrindavan, went to Vrindavan and came.
Oh.
She is sent to Radha Kund. एंड प्रतिभा माता जी ऑल्सो मतलब प्रतिभा माता जी को बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो गया था, उनका गाड़ी किधर घूम गया एंड actually some riots are going on in Delhi.
Yeah, in
And they were
Haryana, was someplace.
Haryana. Her car came from Haryana to Delhi airport and they were almost like beaten. भगवान राधा ने बचाया उनको, really. वो ड्राइवर को जगह
So
पता
what's
नहीं
happening?
था. Some they are just doing some killing some girls and other things and all in Haryana.
Nasty. Wait, leave it through.
Yeah. वो बस जब एयरपोर्ट पहुंच गए, माता जी आप बहुत थक गए, बहुत टायर्ड हो माता जी आप.
Yeah.
भी 74 इयर्स की हूँ और निर्जला एकादशी करके परिक्रमा की 9 को
परिक्रमा.
Krishna.
जय
तो अब थोड़ी सी थकान अब दूर हुई है. करवाते तो राधा रानी है, उसके बिना
हाँ,
तो
माता जी.
काम नहीं चलता है, सब ठाकुर की कृपा है.
कल राधा रमन का बर्थडे. राधा रमन मेरे, तुम्हें राधा रमन बर्थडे. वो मेरा जान है मेरा जान राधा रमन. गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी
भक्त भी जा रहे हैं राधा रमन के मंदिर में, हम लोगों के साथ गए थे.
Prabhu, can I leave? I want to offer the Lord.
Sure. Okay, Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatra bhasya kripa sindhu evaja patitana pavane हे रामेश्वर कनाई प्रभु की जय हो,
Gurudev ki
महाराज की
jai.
जय, प्रभुपाद की जय हो, गौर जय गुरु महाराज की जय, गौरंगा नित्यानंदा गौरंगा नित्यानंदा. जय जय श्री राधे श्याम सब वृंदावन धाम, गोवर्धन गिरिलाल की जय हो, राधा रमन की जय हो.
Jai.